Hey guys, welcome to another action figure emergency room video. And this video I'm going to be curing this here vintage 1978 Darth Vader figure, which it appears that his head has completely broken off. There's not even, like, if you listen, his peg from his head is inside of his body, like flopping around in there. And it's just cut clean right off. I have seen quite a few of these actually, missing head figures, but I never really thought about getting any to cure them. My brother got this guy, and I decided I would give it a crack at curing him. So, to start out, what I'm going to do to fix this guy is take one of these shish kebab sticks here that I got at the 99-cent store. I'm going to set in here. Then I'm going to add clay to it because this is a little thin. And then that way I can shape it to the contours a little bit better so that it'll just stick in well. Then I'm going to drill a hole through Darth Vader's head, insert it onto here, and bada bing bada boom, it should work. So let's take a quick look at the process as I'm going through all this. Okay, so I've finally gotten the clay wrapped around this thing here, this piece of shish kebab stick, and it's been shaped to his body, and I've cooked it. So now if you'll take a look here, it slides in fairly tightly, enough so that it'll matter, and then you can articulate, move. Now, other people might just say that you should just splotch glue on here and put them on there. I never really like when you just use super glue and make something permanently set, especially with a figure that already has only 5 points of articulation. To cut it down to 4 points of articulation, that would just suck. So it's definitely worth giving it a try to fix the articulation. So let's take a look at the next step, which will be drilling a hole in his head here. Okay, so here's the head, and here's my drill here. And just got to make sure it's a goodly sized drill bit. It has to be just around the width of this thing here, so that when you stick it up inside, we can fit it into there, and then we can slide it into here. And then with the extra part here, we're just going to cut that off, and then it's going to basically look like this when we're done. So let's just take a quick look here. Okay, so we've made a goodly sized hole. Let me pull all this out. Yeah, that should work. Next step will be trimming this down so we can stick it up inside there, and then we'll take a look at that. Okay, for the next process here, we're going to, basically what I've done is I've clipped this down here and then taken away the lip that I had around the center. And now this is the part that will go into the body, and then the thicker part will go into the head here. I've matched it it should fit pretty well. I don't think I'll even need glue. I think it'll just fit with force. So let me slide this in here. Let's see, right about to there. Okay, that's in pretty tightly. That looks good. Now let's slide it into the body. And there we go. Alright. So it articulates still, and it can pop in and out. It's a little easy to pop in and out, but the main part is it'll stay in, and it keeps its articulation. Now what I'm going to do next is just like do a basic paint on this white clay here, so we don't have a big white elephant sticking out. Okay, so let's skip to that, and we'll basically after this we're just going to be taking a look at the finished product. Eureka! We are completely finished. So after all that work, he is completely done. I also, just behind the scenes, cleaned him up a bit because he had some weird grimy stuff on him, and now he's all shiny. Looks real nice. And I gave him a little lightsaber. It's actually just a toothpick that I painted red at the end. I'd imagine a lot of people do this, but surprisingly I haven't actually seen anyone do it. I just figured to do this myself. It fits perfectly, a toothpick, and then the red paint helps out. Just dulled down the tip a bit so it doesn't look like it's an actual sword. It looks more like the lightsaber. So that's pretty cool. And since it's a toothpick, you could like shove it in as much as you want and then take it out like the original lightsaber that goes in there. But that's just a small addition that if you want to do that, you can. As for his head, it works completely perfect. I put a little extra super glue on the base of it to make it a bit thicker because I felt like it was a little not quite thick enough. And as you can see here, there it is. And it fits in there a lot more tightly now. I like that. You can turn to the side over there. So he retains all of his original articulation. So that's really good. And he's all cleaned up. He's got his new lightsaber. He is 100% cured. I mean, technically he could be a lot better. He could have original parts with him or what have you. But as far as fixing a guy's broken head, I believe I've accomplished that completely. So let's set him up here. So tell me guys, what do you think of this quick little tutorial here? Would you ever try that on your figures? Do you think it's a valid way of fixing a Star Wars figure that's missing his head? If so, let me know, and make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.